Well, tonight is the night college basketball will crown a champion as Florida goes up against Houston.
Florida looking for their third title, while Houston playing for their first ever. WCNC Charlotte Sports Director Nick Carboni now live for us in San Antonio. Nick, good morning.
Hey, morning, guys. Yeah, Houston, what a story that would be. They got to the national final twice in a row back in the 80s. Their famed Phi Slamma Jamma team that was so talented but never got over the hump and won the game. They've got a great chance tonight, as we talked about in the earlier hour. And tonight, Florida is going for its third national title. They won back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. They had great teams with Joaquin Noah, Al Horford, coached by Billy Donovan, who's now in the NBA. Now they've got a new coach, 39-year-old Todd Golden. We talked about Kelvin Sampson for Houston. If he wins, he's the oldest coach to win a national title at 69. At 39, Todd Golden would be just the 7th coach ever to win a national championship before his 40th birthday. He's got quite the team. For my money, they've been the most consistent team all season long coming out of the SEC. Obviously a great conference. They've got Walter Clayton Jr., who I think if the Gators win this tournament, he's going to be the tournament most outstanding player, 24.6 points per game. And they turned it around defensively. They had a comeback against Auburn before Houston had their comeback against Duke. So Florida had a really good comeback against Auburn. That was due to their defense turning up the heat in the second half, much like Houston did against the Blue Devils. And they're going to have to bring it again tonight. And they fell down to Auburn. They are not going to be able to come back if they fall down to Houston, fall behind Houston, because the Cougars are so tenacious defensively. In fact, Todd Golden, that Florida coach, said they might need to play this one with pads on. That's how physical of a game they are expecting in the national final tonight. Here's a little bit more of what the Gators coach said yesterday.
I mean, they're the best defensive team in America, and they have just a great identity as a program of just being both physically and mentally tough, and that's something that we've tried to pride ourselves on this year. And Houston, I would say, is a great example of that. And not only this year, but Coach Sampson and his program have done it for a long time now. And talk about resilience and toughness. I feel like they showed that in a big-time way last night. I think they were down 14 at one point and down 7 with a minute and a half to go, and just never quit, never gave up, didn't hang their heads, and made some big-time winning plays down the stretch to take that game away from Duke. I think your comparison is right on. I think Tennessee is a very good comparison in terms of just kind of their culture and their identity and their toughness and the way they defend. And we'll look at that film a little bit for us as a way to attack it a little bit. But Houston obviously is exceptional, and it's going to be a big challenge for us tomorrow night.
All right, we actually got a chance to see Florida in Charlotte at the beginning of the season against North Carolina. They were fantastic in that game. They have kept it up, and they're trying to win a national championship tonight here in San Antonio. We're going to send it back to you guys, but we'll be back with you in the next hour.
All right. Nick, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.